There was a table topics question a month or two ago. It's one of those times I heard the question and thought, I'm glad I didn't get that question because I really don't have a good idea of what the answer is. And it's, what is your favorite possession? I am not a possession-driven person, but it had me thinking afterwards, what is my favorite possession? That's an interesting question. You can't count like your children, you don't really own them, or your wife. She clearly would not let me own her. So I thought, what is my favorite possession? And I finally came up with it. And here's a couple hints. It's valueless. This is something that essentially I've been told is nugatory. However, it's also, to me, it's priceless. Now, what can that be? I own just a very small fraction of this thing that's my favorite possession. However, I do have a legal title to it. So what is it? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's in my backyard. It's right behind this bush. It's my stream. Now, is this valueless? Well, interestingly enough, when we had our house appraised, they look at the square footage of your house and the acreage that you have and how much value do they ascribe to a stream. It's not even put in the equation. Now, this thing is worth a lot to me, and I was actually happy because I don't want them to tax it, but I just love my stream, and I thought, that's really my favorite possession. Here's another picture of it with a little bit more water in it. This is an arbor my son made for my wedding. And you can see it has these cascades. See, my son and I built those cascades. The way you build a cascade is you just build a little rock wall, and then when there's a storm, all the dirt and gravel fills in and you have little waterfalls. But those aren't natural things. They are something we made. Here's a closer picture of one of them with the water flowing over it. It's so beautiful. This is right next to my driveway. Here's another picture of it, and this is so I can have sneak in a picture of my grandson into this. So you can see it's different all the times of the year, and it's one of the things that I like about it. It changes quite a bit. Another thing you could see from the same place, if I just turned around to the left, well, this is what it looks like when there's a lot of water. You can see it's considerably different. This is the same stream after a rainstorm. And the fact that it changes all the time is one of the great things about it. It's interesting how the video works on this slow computer. This was looking the other way from where that picture of my grandson was. It wasn't taken at the same time. He was waiting for me in the driveway. Actually, what he was waiting for was a bear cub to come down. I love the fact that it's different in every season and with different weather. So the stream is right in here. This is the same bush you saw before. And this is what the stream looks like when it's covered with snow. And it's starting to freeze. A couple of years ago, we had a really intense cold snap, and it started freezing all around as it splashed the water up. It's wonderful to see that. I was kind of intrigued, so I took an old metal pipe that I had, and I ran it out onto my driveway, and you can see the pipe came here, and so I just was spilling water out from the stream and created this gigantic ice sculpture. And where the water dripped out of the pipe, it made this thing, which was about that tall. So having a stream is a wonderful thing. So here's another picture. This is as full as this stream ever gets. This is after a very heavy rainstorm. This is down near my house. Oh, that's who that guy was waiting for. And this is right, looking from the stream. My dog was pretty excited about that. Farther up on my property, I have this waterfall. It's hard to see it in scale, but this is maybe 20 feet going up. And like I said, it's different in every season. This is in the fall. This is what the same thing looks like. My son built me this little fireplace next to the stream. And here again, when the weather gets a little bit wetter, it gets much more interesting. So this is that same waterfall, but after we've had a little bit of rain. You know what's really cool? I own this. In fact, I'd say that I own maybe 1,000 feet of this. This is the beginning of Hawk Creek. I live in the Hawk Creek neighborhood. And this is my most recent project. This log here had been an old oak tree that was used as a bridge across the upper part of the stream, and it finally rotted away. So I felled the tree, and my son, this is my son here, and I built a handrail because it's up high enough so you'd be nervous. But here are some guests I had a couple of weeks ago on the new bridge. So just in summary, I mean, how can you have a nicer possession than this? Like I said, I only own a little bit of it, but it's on my property, it's valueless, and it's priceless. Thank you.